Well, hello, my friends. It's Bill, and I want to say thank you to everyone who's reached out with kind words and support over the past month. It has meant the world to me. And an extra round of high fives or awkward hugs, I'm willing to do that. To those who have hopped aboard the pirate ship as supporters, you're part of the reason we're able to stay afloat, literally. If you want to join the crew and toss a few digital things our way, the link's in the description of this episode. I also encourage you to check out BillMoranProductions.com. We've got photos, behind-the-scenes shenanigans. I think at least one clip of me doing something mildly embarrassing. If I find me falling off the dock at my brother's house, that definitely will be up there. Coming up in this episode, Uber driver, bartender, DJ, and part-time human laugh machine Doug Phelps is back with his usual chaos. Will his dad adopt me now that I am a fatherless child? News 10 NBC's chief investigator Berkeley Breen joins to break down the latest with businesses in the North Clinton Avenue area and the Puerto Rican Fest, plus the ever-light topics of CTE, Jay Leno, and so much more. Buckle up. It's all happening right after this. Got a home improvement conundrum? Time to call in the superheroes. Mac of all trades. Leaky faucet. Wall that mysteriously has a hole in it. Kitchen looking like it's stuck in the 90s. Mac of all trades is here to save the day. No capes, just expert repairs, remodeling, and handyman services that get the job done right. Call them today at 585-202-9218. That's 585-202-9218. Or visit them online at macofalltrades.net, because every home needs a hero. Mac of all trades.
When your old career gives you lemons, throw in some ice, mix in some vodka, and call it a podcast. From the Mac of all trades studio in Fairport, and driven by Victor Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, it's Billified, the Bill Moran Podcast.
Thanks for getting your pot on. Thanks for telling a friend. That's how we spread the word about the pirate ship. I'm looking at my new phone. I think I already cracked the screen, and I have a screen protector on there. What the flip, Doug? What the flip?
What's going on, buddy? When'd you get it?
I, like,
2 days ago?
2 weeks ago,
2 weeks ago?
I think I chipped it.
Can I see?
Yeah, you can see it right in the corner there. It's right in the corner there.
Bottom corner?
No, over on the side. Good. If you can't see it, then
yes. Shit. Oh, yeah.
I think I did.
Son of a biscuit. Yeah.
Damn. Look at you all shaved.
I know. What's going on, buddy?
Wow. What happened?
I had, since I've seen you, I've had quite the week.
Yeah. Well, you got a year older. You took another trip around the sun.
Well, yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Saturday, I did a wedding.
Okay.
At Mill Creek.
Yeah.
For a very nice couple.
Okay.
Larry.
Marathon
is his Albanian name, but people call him Larry and Katie. Beautiful couple. Mill Creek at the top of the hill. Buddy, I'll tell you something, and I don't share this information with much of anybody. Okay. But as I'm waiting for everybody to come up, I'm on top of their hill. Yeah. And, I mean, you can see the Bristol. I mean, you can see for miles. It was so beautiful. I said a little prayer.
Nice, Dougie.
It was God's country, man.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Uh-huh.
It was just so beautiful. So wedding went well. Everybody danced. It was hotter than it was really hot. And then, yes, Sunday was my birthday. 55 double nickels.
Damn, baby.
Slept in a little bit. I met another bride and groom. Went through their all their songs. I had DJ'd her sister's wedding in January.
All right, so word spreads. All right,
yeah.
Kind of, yeah.
It does. Yeah, and you know what is spreading is also bad word about DJs.
What do you mean?
I have met in the past year more than 7 brides, but 3 of them told me that they had met with other DJs, and they're like, "Well, you can pick 10 songs. I'll take care of everything else." And I'm like, "That's crazy. The money you're paying them, they've got a set list. They just turn the computer on and let it go, whether you like it or not."
Right?
Paying.
I don't want to listen to you. Tell me what lame-ass shit you want to hear.
I don't care. It's your wedding. You have whatever you want. And they're like, I can't believe. Some are really like, I can't believe you're taking care of all these songs for us. I'm like, well, that's what you want. It's your day.
Right.
Whatever you want. Mm-hmm. So they left. I was going to try to get around in golfing. That did not happen. Then I went over to my folks. You've met my folks, right?
Oh, God. Not only have I met your folks,
They're in your,
I mean, look,
you're in their will.
Hang on a second. I don't have a dad anymore. I may ask if David would adopt me.
You know what? If he's listening to this right now, he will be calling you. Of course I will. Listen, the only thing I ever wanted.
I'm a fatherless child. You know? I'm a fatherless child now.
I hope he gives you all the wisdom that he has given me over 55 years.
Yeah. Well, I think you just didn't pay attention. I think he has lots of wisdom. I think that there is a little bit of resentment. I don't know.
He's like Solomon.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so. I think he would be very wise. Cut the baby in half. Whoa, we don't want to do that.
No.
Right.
Cut the peanut butter and egg sandwich in half.
That's right.
He's got 3 Elvis suits. I'm pretty sure I'm only getting 2 now, and he's going to give you the other one.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
He's not going to be laid out in one?
Well, he'll have one, and then you and I will wear the other 2, and
yes.
We'll share the eulogy. Here's David. I came along with Dougie Fresh, and man, he made me the best Manhattan I ever had in my life.
That's right.
Yeah.
The Southern Comfort Manhattan.
The recipe dies with him. So, and Sunday night, Dougie Fresh is now officially a pet owner.
A pet owner?
Yeah, I got a cat.
Oh, I thought what?
Yeah.
Ugh.
What's wrong with cats?
What's wrong with cats?
Yeah.
Everything.
Okay.
Well, look.
I already knew this cat.
Okay.
All right. It was at a person's house, and they were their roommate was moving out.
I'm curious.
And I would be over there and playing cards or whatever. They let the cats out. They just jump up, just rub it up against you. Just a very lovable cat. Well, somebody took him, and
what happens to you if you're dog sitting?
My sister said that. It's a cat. You
I
can
know
leave it
what
for
it
days.
Is. Huh?
You can leave a cat for days.
Oh, yeah, you can. Oh,
Yeah.
so you leave the cat there. I'm saying, what if you took a dog?
No, I'm not taking a dog in, no.
Okay.
Too many smells in that house.
Yeah.
And if a dog smells another dog, which my mother had 3 at that house, there would be accidents. So I don't want that. So my agreement with dog sitting is I will stay at your house.
Okay.
So I'll see the cat.
Yeah.
Go watch the dog and go back to
Make a
Rosie.
purr with the toke of my hand. That's nice.
And it's an old cat. It's like 12 years old.
So it doesn't have long.
So she couldn't handle it with all her other pets, and she's kind of a little nutty. So
how many other pets does this?
she had, I think, 3 dogs, 2 other cats, and it wasn't getting along. Can you take the cat? Otherwise, I get to take the lollipop. I'm like, you know what? There was a couple other arrangements.
Yeah.
So I said, just
take it to the vet, get it checked.
She took it to the vet. Now, this cat had never been to the vet. She's taken it twice. Now she wants me to put drops in it for fleas in case I bring fleas in from outside. And I'm just looking at this woman going, get out. Just drop. Give me the cat. I'm a 55-year-old man. I know how to take care of animals.
Well, you're really hitting a stereotype here.
Yeah.
55-year-old
55.
man.
I can't drive 55.
55-year-old man.
If you don't think I listened to that a couple times on Sunday.
55-year-old man lives by himself with his cat.
With my cat. Crazy old cat, man. Yeah. So funny.
Oh, my God. That hit. It's like a stereo. I don't know what that is.
You know for sure. Next few months, you're going to have to be knocking at my door. Got any dirty martinis? Can I come visit you and your cat? I need a night out. My kids drive me crazy. Everybody's up my ass.
I'm good.
Can I come in here?
I'm good. I'm allergic to cats.
You are?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Wow.
And nothing bad. I just sneeze and my eyes get all runny and stuff and I can't go near.
Same way after dirty martini.
No, same way after any pussy,
This is old pussy. It's 12 years old.
Oh.
I don't want a kitten.
Old pussy is the best pussy.
Absolutely.
Broken in like it's like a baseball mitt you kept under your mattress for a while with a ball in it. It's all broken in and oiled, ready to go, baby.
Absolutely.
Woo! Catch this. What the hell are we doing? Oh, congratulations. That's kind of nice, right? Yeah.
And then yesterday, I golfed in the breast cancer.
Hang on. What is the cat's name? Does the cat have a name?
Whole lot of Rosie, baby.
Shut up.
Yeah, Rosie.
The cat's name is Rosie.
Yeah.
Is that the name you gave it or the name it had?
Name it had.
Oh, okay. All right.
That was one of the reasons.
Yes.
I'm like, yeah, I'll take Rosie.
Yeah. Whole lot of Rosie.
Got a whole lot of woman.
Right.
Got a whole lot of Rosie.
Then you were all ripped up last night.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I'll meet you anywhere. I want to keep on drinking. What are you doing? I go,
I don't even remember the conversation.
I go, I'm working.
You're not working.
I know. It's a weird thing.
I know. I don't even know what time.
Somebody called me today, or somebody texted me today and goes, I never know what you're doing. And I go, well,
Why would you?
I'm always working in some
Right.
capacity. But that's okay. I like it. You know?
They had the Breast Cancer Coalition had their golf tournament at Midvale yesterday, and our tee time was 2:10.
Okay.
We went at lunch, bought raffle tickets, had a few drinks, and oh my God, was it hot! We finished.
Let me ask you this.
But hold on, this is a big thing. I think I told you last night. A friend of mine, Diane, brought. Have you ever heard of pickle vodka?
No, I have not.
Do you like pickles?
I do. Why? Was it you who told me I don't do shots, and then I did shots of pickle vodka, and I kept asking for more pickled vodka?
Yeah.
Okay, that was you.
I do shots.
Yeah, but you said I wasn't going to do
I wasn't going to do it. It didn't sound
pickle
enticing.
Vodka. Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm like, everybody else is doing one, and so, if everybody else is
peer
jumping-
pressure.
Yeah. So I taste this. I'm like, it had just enough
You know
tang,
what?
and I'm
Everybody else was drinking Jim Jones Kool-Aid.
Wow.
Which you drank. Jim Jones.
And
How did the heat affect you with that?
Well, you talked to me last night, and I don't remember talking to you last night, so that's kind of how it affected me last night.
Okay. Because you didn't sound all that bad, but you sounded a little like you're a little hyped up, talking a little faster, and I could tell that you were,
I think it was because I was talking to you.
Hey, man, I can keep on drinking all night. Woo!
So now I got to get a bottle of pickle vodka, and it was delicious.
Do they sell it, or is this something somebody made?
No, she says sells it.
She
had a little flask of it.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
it's not a homemade thing.
No.
I've never seen this for sale.
Either did I.
Yeah. We'll
And then she made kind of a pistachio pineapple, not a Jell-O shot, but it was in that shot glass.
Yeah.
And amazing.
These are creative
Oh, my
alcoholics you
God.
hang out
Yeah.
with. My God.
Right.
Yeah.
So I had a few shots.
Uh-huh.
Then the heat.
The heat, I
Then
mean, the
Jenny
heat can
Light.
fuck you up.
Yeah.
Like, because already you're dehydrated. Now
Right.
you're dehydrating yourself faster with alcohol.
Of course.
And then the next thing you know, I mean, you're just like, you're face down in somebody's 18th hole. Or on their back nine, Dougie. Woo! You're right in that mud whistle.
Yeah. So I ended up winning a cooler bag and some golf balls and stuff inside. So it was,
And you remember that?
yeah.
Yeah, okay. Did you continue to drink after the tournament?
Yes, I got a ride home.
And what did you drink at home, sir? I'm just curious.
Well, we stopped at Noonan's on the way.
Oh!
No!
Okay.
And then 2 or 3 shots later, I'm like, I got to go.
Yeah. And
I'm not staying here all night. And then I had a couple Jenny Lights at home, and I think I called you. Or did you text me? What can you do tomorrow?
I texted you, are you available to do pod
Yeah.
tomorrow? Only because I'm trying to get my footing again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it sounds so silly.
It's not silly.
But it's one of these things where you're trying to, I got a 15-year-old son living with me who decided he was going to make onion rings, homemade onion rings. So he does, right? Very creative. And then he tries to clean up, but then something happened where I don't know if it was flour, if it was baking soda because he was trying to clean the stovetop or something. I have no idea. It was just everywhere. It was on the cabinets below, the handles, the floor, down inside the oven, everything, the sinks. It took me an hour to get the kitchen back to what I call ground zero today. And so everything just seems to be like, it's like one step forward, 2 steps back. So I'm trying to get caught up on those things. So that's why I was even working last night. Well, you were out partying.
I was at home party. I had a couple of drinks, listened to some music as I usually do.
Nice.
And then called it a night.
What did the cat say?
Couldn't find the cat. Cat is somewhere in the house. I know he hasn't gotten out. And I just scared, I'm sure, getting the surroundings.
Yeah, sure.
Sunday night it was
rehoming.
out.
Did you look up anything about rehoming a cat? I don't know anything about that, but
Just let it be. People are suggesting this and suggesting that. I'm like, hey, the cat's fine. I've had it for 24 hours.
Right.
Just let's give it a
a
break. Yeah. So I found it was in the closet
Yeah.
where I had some
Where do you
chairs.
hang out? What?
Yeah. I have a cat coming out of the closet. Go figure. And it didn't seem like it ate food, maybe a little water. But then the litter box told me that she'd actually come downstairs, where I set up the litter box in the basement.
Yeah.
So that's good. But it seemed like she was holding in a dump for 7 days because I cleaned it today. I've had it for 24 hours. It seemed like it was 3 weeks worth of shit in there.
It's a mountain lion.
It's a mountain lion, exactly.
Yeah, damn.
So I took care of that this morning, and then I went to Hammondsport to see a friend by the name of Paul Blyer. He has a place up there through Geneva, out that way, past Canandaigua, Manchester. Very nice, beautiful as well, Keuka Lake.
Yeah.
Not right on the lake, but I mean a mile from it.
Yeah.
And he donates. He's a sponsor for my breast cancer fundraiser. And then we went to a couple wineries that he's a member of.
Oh,
and they were nice enough.
You get to be members of the winery.
Yeah.
Oh, I like
for
that.
tastings.
Yeah,
So you don't have to pay for them. So if something new comes in, he knows everybody. Like, hey, Paul, we got a case of this, case of this. You want to try this?
Yeah.
And there's 2 right on the street. I mean, you could have walked if it wasn't 92 degrees.
Yeah.
And they were nice enough. I got 6 bottles of wine today.
Look at you.
Yeah.
All right.
So-
Look at that. It's coming up, right?
It's coming up. For those of you who don't know, I do a dual fundraiser. Golf will be August 25th, and then bowling is October 18th. And if you'd like to bowl or get a team of 6, just come out, have fun. Find me on Facebook under Doug Phelps. And if you'd like to donate or be a sponsor, find me on Doug Phelps, or send something in here, care of Bill Moran at 110.
Wait, I got to be responsible
Doug,
for this?
yeah, Bill Moran, care of Doug Phelps, 110 Packets Landing, Fairport 14450.
I can't handle that
And
right now.
all the
can't be
proceeds go to the
responsible. I'm a
breast-
fatherless child.
Call my father. I'll talk to him. You know what he wants to do tomorrow? He wants to go to bingo at Turning Stone.
Oh, are you taking him?
No.
Why?
I've been busy the past
Yes.
week. I got to get back on the.
I got you.
I've got 3 weeks for my breast cancer, so I got to start lining up my ducks. I'm pretty secure, but making the raffle baskets, the pictures, having a plan. The tent blew away where I have it. Salmon
I know.
Creek. I told you that.
Yeah, you did.
So now I gotta see if they're gonna get a tent
Readjust.
back, or at least get a couple canopies.
You've, as I'm listening to you, and I'm thinking about you've worked every job that involves drunk people. And I go, how are you not in therapy was my question. And then I go, oh, I know why. Pickle vodka shots, a couple of Jenny Lights when you get home.
I'm the therapist. I'm the one that listens.
To everybody?
Yeah.
You
Being a good listener is very important.
What can you generic, like, and really try to keep it so? Sometimes I say this, and people will know that they're the ones being talked about. We had a whole incident earlier this year where I was asked to take something down because somebody felt like everybody in the world would. Nobody knows who they are, and nobody knows, nor anybody cares. The story, titillating, interesting, something very relatable. But can you think of like the worst story you ever heard? Do you have any anything that was outrageous to you? Like, oh boy,
with me or somebody I know?
No, somebody
personally?
else. Where you're listening, where you just said you were the therapist, so I don't know.
Oh, I'd have to think about. I mean, catching your wife or husband cheating on you,
catching
in
them.
the act,
in the act,
That's
at like home in their bed.
Yeah, well, they thought they were out of town. So, Saturday, and all of a sudden, I can remember. I'd have to think about
completely caught off guard, Doug, or suspicions all along.
Suspicions.
Yeah, suspicions all along.
I knew somebody that suspecting his wife cheating on him. The woman was upstairs in the shower. He had the kids, and the kids are going crazy. And he's like, "What's the password to your phone so I can get their game on him, calm him down?" And she yells it down, and then a text came up through from another guy, and then he went through all the texts and found out that way.
Oh,
so
God, talk about a punch in the gut.
Yeah. So
right. Yeah. It's always the thing, like with cheating. There may be a reason why, and I don't know what it is. I can't. You start to question yourself as the person who, let's call it the victim of the cheating, right? The person who was being cheated on. And you start to probably question, was I not enough? Is this person bad? Why?
I think you get bored of sex.
You could, maybe. I don't know.
Or you're not having enough sex.
Or you're not having enough
sex. It's tough to keep that flame burning. And I've had friends that were married over 20 years. Like,
yeah.
If you think it's like romance in the movies, and this was years ago.
Right.
Because I obviously haven't been married. So I'm like, you still spice it up in the bedroom? And he's like, buddy, it's work. If you think it's like in the movies, you have to find stuff. People have date nights now.
Yeah.
Out on a date night. But, yeah, to keep it going, it's... you were married for 20 years, right? That long?
Yeah.
So did you have date nights back then, or let's get away for a couple nights or something like that?
Not so much. Yes, we would try to connect on some things.
Yeah.
There were other things there, Doug. You
don't remember?
Did
you buy her lingerie sometimes? Say, hey, put this on. I'm gonna
blacked it out.
Yeah.
I think one of the coolest things you can do if a woman's into it. Now, here's the thing that I'll give you this advice for anybody. I don't mean for you, but for anyone. Sure, it can get boring, but you got to go back to the reason what attracted you to begin with, and what things did you have fun with. Now, maybe it was a situation that you sort of got. I don't know, but. If you can
we were both drunk and banged in the party, try to live that day.
I get I'm saying
I know.
Sometimes you've got funny. If you have a great connection with somebody, you've got funny sayings and funny things, and stuff that's just you,
just yours.
That to me is the intimate. Anybody can have sex, but not everybody can be intimate. And sex and intimacy often get confused. I think I believe because we go, well, they were intimate. Yes, true. But hookers won't kiss you because they think that's more intimate.
You don't want to kiss hookers. God knows where that mouth has been.
Well, that's true too. But it's almost a little more intimate. God
Hits me hard fast. Like $20 for 20 minutes. Like let's get to the ball game. I really don't need the Star Spangled Banner.
But I think if you're gonna do it, fun little surprises.
Yeah.
And one thing that I would talk about, I don't know that I ever did. But if you could leave an outfit over the back of a chair for your significant other.
Crotchless panties?
Well, it could be that.
Could be, okay.
But an outfit. And just say, put this on, be ready at 5. I'll be here to pick you up. It's almost like that's kind of hot in its own way, right? And you don't know where you're going and you're feeling good and it's did somebody just do a face plant out there?
Yep.
Oh, boy. All right. Let's pause for just 1 second. A lady just did a face plant outside the studio. We will be right back. Looking for high-quality cannabis that fits your budget and your lifestyle? Welcome to MJ Dispensary, your go-to destination for premium cannabis in New York State. At MJ, they're more than just a dispensary. They're a community. Whether you're managing pain, easing stress, or just looking for a little elevated pleasure, they've got you covered with products tailored to your needs. Their mission? To create a safe, welcoming space for all adult cannabis lovers, from first-timers to seasoned pros. And they believe knowledge is power. That's why at MJ Dispensary, they're passionate about educating their customers on terpenes and cannabinoids and the wonders of this incredible plant. They'll even teach you how to spell cannabinoids. Plus, every purchase helps give back to the community through tax funding, donations, and outreach. So when you shop with MJ, you're doing good while feeling great. So why wait? Come experience cannabis the MJ way. MJ Dispensary, 900 Jefferson Road, Suite 902 in Henrietta. It's MJ Dispensary. It's grilling season, baby, and Palmer's Direct-to-You Market is bringing the heat. 900 Jefferson Road in Henrietta and online at palmersdirecttoyou.com. Grill warriors, fire up those flames. Palmer's Direct-to-You Market is your one-stop meat and seafood paradise this summer. Whether you're hosting the block party of the year or just treating yourself to some backyard sizzle, Palmer's has exactly what you need to own the grill. Say hello to the homemade fresh trio blend slider patties on special. 3 ounces each, packed with Palmer's signature in-house mix of certified Angus beef chuck, sirloin, and brisket. Build your own slider flight and explore bold new flavors like the ridiculous blend patties. Yes, they're as ridiculously good as they sound. Available in full size or slider size because your grill deserves options. Hooked on seafood? Well, then dive into the fresh mahi-mahi fillets at Palmer's Direct-to-You Market, just $13.99 a pound. Or grab a 2-pound bag of farm-raised tail-on cooked shrimp for only $14.98 a bag. That's protein-packed summer snacking done right. Even if you think you've mastered the flame, Palmer's is here to keep you humble and helpful. Check out palmersdirectttoyou.com for grilling tips, steak secrets, grill maintenance hacks, and more. Because greatness starts with guidance. So let's make this the greatest grilling season ever. Head to Palmer's Direct to You Market, 900 Jefferson Road in Henrietta, or visit palmersdirectttoyou.com. Meat, seafood, skills, sauce, sizzle, it's all here at Palmer's Direct to You. Now go forth and grill like a legend.
All right, you lucky dogs, it is round number 2 of the number 1 podcast and all the ra-cha-cha. The man, the myth, the legend, 6'2", eyes of blue, Mr. Bill Moran. And his sidekick, here I am, the one, the only, the hip-shaking, money-making, tower power man of the hour, 24/7, just turning double nickels on Sunday, the one, the only, Doug Phelps.
1 foot on the brake and 1 on the gas. Hey!
Pretty good, Dougie.
Love me some Sammy.
Good, Dougie.
I've seen him 4 times. All on his own, not in Van Halen, but he still rocks it.
For anybody who doesn't know, Sammy's great. No,
Yeah.
I didn't mean that. I was thinking of something, and I apologize. I do that from time to time.
It's okay.
It's like you're talking to a wall, a roommate. Our studio is in Packett's Landing, and it's right across from
Fairport.
Yeah, in Fairport, and right across from the town hall where the electric company is, and the police station, and some other things are housed there. And
Well, you have a big bay window.
and I looked out this big window.
Yeah, everybody. It's a little strip plaza. It's like 20 shops,
Yep,
double level,
triple
triple
actually,
level.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at Bill. Bill's looking at me, and Bill gets to look outside and
Right.
And
from the way
everything.
my vantage point is, I can see everything
Right.
that's happening, and I look up and I see a woman. Like, I had noticed her walking in because she had a cane, and it stood out to me because my dad, who recently passed, had a cane and stuff. And all of a sudden I look up again, and this time she's like on her
You say, I think that woman fell.
belly. Yeah, I think she fell because she was on her belly, like, she's just in the middle of a sidewalk doing airplanes. Like,
I can't get up. I can't get up, Ralphie.
She didn't cry. She didn't anything.
No.
Because I thought for sure.
And I stood up, and she's in this rainbow shirt.
Yes.
And she's just moving back and forth.
Yeah.
That's when we took the break.
Yep.
I ran out first.
Yes, you did. I was just, I wanted to make sure, yeah.
I didn't take my cell phone. If you had your cell phone, that was a good move because.
No, I didn't, but I ran in to get her water, and I would have called 911, but everything's right there. And the thing that surprises me is I don't know how long she was there. I mean,
Couple minutes.
did she go down like to her knees and then fall, or did she just go just?
I think her knees. She said her knees hurt.
Yeah.
She had scrapes on her forearms. She did not face plant. She did not hit her nose.
Did you
was
get her
not
number?
bleeding.
Because she's in your age group. I just don't know.
Yeah, she's. No, I don't need that.
What do you mean you don't need that?
No, I don't need old women to fall. Just fall for me.
Free.
But
Hey,
I'm not gonna go around and pick them up and go to movie theater or something. Boof. Oh great. Boof. Oh great. Boof. Oh great. She needs one of those walkers with the 4 wheels where she can turn around and sit down on it.
Yeah.
And they have brakes on them too.
Yep. Nobody wants that, though. You know
No,
what I'm saying?
it doesn't mean you're elderly, but you're
Yes,
balanced.
it fucking does.
But the good thing is that you can
Well,
can use those getting from your car because obviously you can still drive even though
Yeah.
you're falling.
Well, maybe you shouldn't be.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah, I would think. I think one of the most important things to do is to try to work on your balance always.
Oh my gosh, yes, that's
Yeah, like
it's got to be one of the most common injuries for people over 70, 75.
Yeah.
Your dad just fell, right? Broke his hip?
yeah. Well, he had Parkinson's and he had a walker and everything. And at that point, they probably shouldn't even have let him out of the walker. He should have stayed in the wheelchair. But whatever. I look. You can go and say what happened, and maybe for the best.
When you hear your
I
parents
believe for the
scuffing
best.
their feet where they can't pull them up enough,
Yeah.
and you hear that
Yeah.
slide, that's we got to get a walker, whether you want one or not. Because a face plant is so dangerous.
Well, there's so many things in your face that are the bones, like under your eye, are very fragile stuff, and so you don't want that. And have a floating bone that chips your eye, and you can go and knock your teeth out. You can do all kinds.
Absolutely,
of,
all kinds of. And you're not
jaw.
bouncing back fast, so you're going to look like a raccoon for 7 months.
Oh wow!
You're gonna look like it happened yesterday.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. You want a Reese's Cup?
Maybe I'm going to go as an old person that fell this year.
There you go. That's nice. Wonderful. And she said that
What are you?
We did our good deed for the week, not the day.
No, for the week.
So, yeah.
Yeah, we helped her get back on her feet. I ran in here, got her a bottle of water, and
went through her
never got
checkbook.
her name. No, I didn't. See, that was what I was afraid of. I didn't want her to think, because she was old
Right.
enough that she's still paying him by check. I kept her book closed,
Yeah.
and I said to her, make sure you have all your paperwork.
Yes.
Because if something slid, I don't want to be accused of,
No, absolutely
hey,
not.
that guy stole a check or something. I was like,
Right.
what the fuck? Because,
That's unfortunate that we have to think that way.
well, you can understand
Absolutely.
where these things happen. I mean, look, who knows what's happening in the world today?
Who knows?
Who the fuck knows? Yesterday was like a very bizarre day in the evening down where a guy who never played in the NFL, claimed he did, but he never did. I think they went and they found out that he had played in
I didn't
high
hear
school.
this.
You didn't hear this?
No.
Okay. A guy.
I was drunk, Bill.
Yeah. Well, maybe you're better off being that way, Dougie. You know, pickle vodka solves everything. Don't worry about it. Hey, folks, having a problem? Pickle vodka. Yeah, this guy went down to Midtown, and he was trying to get to the NFL headquarters, and he walked into the building.
Midtown Rochester?
Midtown
New York.
Manhattan.
Okay,
Midtown Manhattan, trying to get to the NFL headquarters. He walked into this building. He's a 27-year-old guy. He had, I think, a semi-automatic, but I don't want to say anything wrong. He said that he had, that he was looking. He got into the wrong elevator.
Bless you.
Excuse me, I'm allergic to that woman. He got in the wrong elevator, and I guess it took him to a different floor. He did end up, because it was at 6:45 at night, so I'm thinking most people have gone home for the day. Not everybody, but most people. And he wound up killing a security guard and a uniformed officer. I think they were just taken by surprise. I don't know if you saw the guy got out of a black BMW and just walked in there. And there was a lady who was in an elevator. She walked away. He got it obviously in the wrong elevator to take him to the floor for the NFL headquarters, but he did end up shooting an NFL executive in the back.
He killed the security guard in the
yeah. And
Did he turn the gun on himself?
then turned the gun on himself and shot himself in the chest.
Did he die?
Yep.
Okay.
And they found a note, 3-page note, in his wallet criticizing the NFL and referenced CTE, the degenerative brain disease, head trauma, that you can only diagnose, I think, upon someone's death. He never played professional or college. He played in high school. There was an NYPD officer, a Blackstone executive, they were an investment firm, a building security guard, and an NFL employee who remains hospitalized. He got to the 33rd floor trying to get to the NFL. And it's like, here's one of the things I think of. We have a murky world of self-diagnosis now. I'm not saying most people are going around saying they have CTE and they're going to go
Right.
shoot somebody. There's clearly more than that. And this guy, by the way, drove, I believe, from Vegas. I think he lived out in Nevada, and he drove. Either way, he drove a very far distance to come to
So
New
he
York.
had a plan.
Had a plan.
Had the
Believed
gun.
that he had CTE and was blaming the NFL for this. And I think in his letter even says he was a former NFL player, but or maybe he tried out. But there's no record of that.
Right.
But I go, okay. But we do have this murky world in a much less degree. This is tragic, awful. People,
Absolutely.
innocent people who lost their lives. I understand. But you've got self-diagnosis going all over the place. How many people do you know go, yeah, it's my ADD, it's my ADHD, it's my this,
My OCD.
it's my anxiety, it's my this. Maybe you do have it, but why don't you just find ways to cope with
You know
this
what, let
shit
me-
if you've got
let
it?
me buy
Instead
you
of wearing
a
it like
violin to
well, it's like a
give your swan song.
no, but it's like a badge of honor that people wear it as.
Yeah.
And I go, this self-diagnosis of everything. Maybe you do. If you really do believe, like I have a adult family member says, I have ADHD and now takes ADHD medicine and claims so much better. So much better. Great. You did something about it. Anybody else I know, they just laugh it off like, pass the wine. It's my ADHD. My OCD's kicking in.
It's an excuse.
You know, well, I guess, or we don't know, but we do these murky self-diagnoses, and I go, I'm starting to think this is a dumb thing that we do. It's a little dangerous on one side, and the other side is, I think you just like to be a narcissist and complain about yourself.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
You're an attention whore.
Well,
that's your
possibly.
diagnosis.
Possibly.
Dr. Phelps, Dr. Fresh, third room. Is it all about me, doctor? No, you just want it all about you because you're an attention whore. Can I have medicine? Here's some cyanide.
But something like CTE, I don't know how you put more guardrails on that, but we have had players like Junior Seau, who shot himself in the chest.
Yeah. Do you think that might have just been massive depression?
Well, probably brought on by CTE.
Well,
I mean, it could be. I don't know. Hey, look, I don't know.
Listen, I got a question for that.
Yes.
Okay. So, Junior Seau, NFL Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Where are the guys from 1920, 1930 with the CTE
They're
when they were
dead.
wearing a leather helmet?
We're
taking the hits just as much.
Maybe.
You don't think they had concussions back then? Or did they just work through and be like, okay, play a little too much football? And they're smashing walnuts on their forehead.
Well, see,
Here goes Uncle Bob. Keep him away from the walnuts.
You see what I'm saying? Like, I always think, I understand what you're saying, but evolution of humanity is a good thing. And the fact that we can diagnose these things and help each other. Everything affects people differently. Like, one person may get severely depressed. You'll never convince me that we're watching CTE, play out in Antonio Brown, the former wide receiver for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and then he had a moment with the Patriots, and
he just walked off the field.
And then he wound up
he's
with
got
the
something to
Tampa
blame
Bay.
it on, CTE or whatever.
Well, he's never said that.
Yeah,
he's never given that diagnosis. I'm just saying, I wouldn't be surprised if when he passes, they do a thing, and whatever. I don't know. But the self-diagnosis thing, it's a murky world to step into. And at the same time, if you were playing at the professional level, I would think there's probably a damn good chance you got it. I don't know. I mean, we don't know the private lives of these guys after they're done.
Right, they could be falling down the stairs just
We
like
have
that
no
woman
idea.
outside.
Right.
Hitting their head. She might have CTE. What is it called?
CTE.
CTE? She
Yeah.
might have CTE. She might have just hit her head.
Cephalitis, something trauma. I don't know.
Syphilis,
Syphilis, tightness.
Envious. She told me that her kids told her she falls too much.
Yeah.
And you got to get on a ranch.
Right.
Don't have her move in with you.
No.
Have mom fall on a ranch. That way one of her neighbors can...
Well,
Mrs. Thompson, Eileen fell down again. I mean, it did take me and you both to get her up.
Well,
I don't think she was getting up, to be honest, looking back. I mean, she might have been able to get up.
Oh, no, she was like a turtle on her back.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was a turtle
Rolled
on
to
her back.
one knee, got
Yeah.
the other knee up. Luckily, she had a bench there.
Well,
she might have been able to
I
do
didn't
that.
want to touch her. And
Yeah.
No. And not for any dirty thing.
Right, I know.
I just...
Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
Did she say that?
No.
No. What I'm saying is, and I didn't... That's why I said to you, don't touch her yet, because what if she had broken something?
Right.
And she's in shock. And then we move it, and now all of a sudden a bone pops out the skin. Doug, it's your fault!
Right.
You know,
there was no blood.
no! But
Right.
that still,
So,
she had pants
let's
on.
get you up to breathing. And
Right,
relax.
so that's why
Get
you
on
said
your ass.
You said to her, "Roll to your side."
Roll to your side.
and she did.
Yeah.
And then we both took her hands and put her arm like under her armpit, kind of, and lifted her up,
Yep.
and she got up pretty easily, and that was
She
it.
sat there about 5 minutes, and
Yeah, got her a bottle of water and said, "Stop being such a fucking drama queen and move on."
yeah,
lady."
I mean,
No.
Jesus, right? What were you depositing? This is your child. This is $3.55. This is really what you came
Yeah.
out 94-degree heat.
I don't know. I don't know if she was going to pay her bill. That's a great question. I waited till the coolest part of the day.
Is it? Yeah, I never go out in this heat. It was that important. It was that important. You had to go out. I'm just saying. My father had. Oh, by the way, welcome to the family. So when the
Yeah.
father comes in
Yeah.
Sunday for my birthday, he's cooking Italian sausage, and he almost fell down because he's waiting for the Italian sausage to cook. So what's he think is a good idea to do in 92-degree heat? Start cleaning the garage on your son's birthday. And then he almost falls over, and Kelly's, my sister's like, "Are you okay? Do you need water?" Yeah. Yeah. I'm like, I'm just looking at you. Why would you not? Of course, you got to ask. Why would you do that? I don't know. My father's favorite. I don't know. Why'd you do that, Dad? I don't know.
Yeah. Well,
I had to be doing so. He's got to be doing something.
all right, but should we now? If that were your mom that fell, and you find out she fell, you find out what she was doing, why she was out. Do you yell at her?
I didn't yell at my dad.
What?
No, I would not yell at my mother.
No.
Be like, but Mom, why?
Why? Yeah.
Why?
Right.
We've told you. By this time, you're not going out in the heat.
By the way,
if you're going out in the heat,
I
we
have
will take
Fairport
you.
Electric,
Yeah.
and I pay online.
Okay. Did you see that checkbook? That was from 1965. That fucker was old.
Well, I flipped through
Did you see
real
your
quick.
it had Betty Boop on it? Did you see that?
Yeah, I did. And I had Betty Boop, and I think there was a subscription in there
There's
to
like
Better Homes and Gardens.
$376 in her bank account. Like, what do you don't have to go to the bank? Deposit. Jesus.
Well, her family dodged a bullet, and the NFL dodged a bullet yesterday.
Yeah, that's too bad. That's terrible.
Isn't that scary?
Yes.
It's a
and
scary
you can't live
thing.
scared. It's just,
No, you can't live scared.
but you
But
hear shit like that, and you're like,
well, it makes you wonder. Like, I mean, all this stuff.
okay, I have CTE, but don't you know that it's wrong to kill?
Well, first of all, we can't diagnose it until you're gone. They don't have a test to say that you have CTE. You could have it from wrestling. Did you get concussions wrestling?
Motherfucker, I gave concussions.
All right, I'll
God
take it.
damn it,
Yeah,
right.
that's right.
Man,
That's the thing. There's no way to tell,
Right.
and that's the tough part. You know, so I love the American diagnosis because I'm sure people are running. Well, he probably did have CTE. He got in the wrong elevator. He didn't know where the fuck he was going. He didn't know the building.
right.
You know that.
Sometimes and I'll just say this, I probably shouldn't, but
Yeah.
you hear about people having kidney stones or it burns the
Yeah.
And over the years, there's been a few times it just kind of,
It burned to be
yeah, but it might have been a
syphilis.
chicks I date don't have syphilis. They barely have teeth.
Yeah. Well, that may be your first
Right.
clue.
Yeah.
They were
They got
Gonatitha.
polio.
Gonatitha. They have polio. Gonorrhea and Gonatitha.
But, maybe late night of drinking or too much sodium, too much shots or something.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm like, well, maybe there was a kind of kidney stone. And I'm not going to go to the doctor for it.
No.
No.
Kidney stones are very, very painful.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've heard that. That's why sometimes I think maybe I had one or two. But
I'm
sure.
And then I remember hearing somebody say they were on the toilet sitting,
Yeah.
woman, and all of a sudden, ping, ping. It's like Plinko. Ping, ping, ping. It fell out.
Yes.
It finally
I know what it
finally
meant, yeah.
passed. But it made that
pinged in the
noise.
water?
Well, no, it pinged on the porcelain. I mean, that thing shot
out, yeah. Like a BB gun.
Like Evil
Red
Knievel over
Rider.
the canyon. Whoa!
I loved Evil Knievel.
Me too. I had all the Evil Knievel toys. What are you talking about?
Even today, though, they say the most basic treatments are still your best. Ice on a swollen ankle
Yeah.
or wherever, because once you have a different
If you have swelling, they last for 4
swelling,
hours or more. Put
and
ice
you
on
put
it.
ice on it, your body, your blood knows to rush new blood to that area.
Yeah.
So
Okay. Thank you, doctor.
you're welcome.
Thank you,
Well,
doctor.
home
Appreciate it.
remedies,
I think-
Jenny Light and pickle juice.
That's right.
I'm living proof.
Yes. Oh God! You're gonna walk out of here. And
Oh, yeah.
fall face down.
I'm going to be knocking on that woman's car. Are you okay in there? You take a nap? Ethel?
All right, we'll take a moment. Just be careful with your self-diagnosis of anything. That's all I'm telling you.
You should go to the doctor, I guess.
I went to the doctor.
I mean, there's good doctors, just like in everything. There's good strip clubs, there's bad strip clubs.
Yeah.
But you don't know what doctor's good or, I can go to 15 strip clubs in a day. I can't go see 15 doctors. What do you fucking know? But how do you narrow that one down?
I don't know.
There's good McDonald's and bad
No,
McDonald's.
that's true. Yeah.
Good Denny's, bad Denny's.
Right.
Like
So
good
there's
doctors.
good doctors,
Yeah.
bad doctors. That's right.
You know what you call a guy that went to 7 years of college and graduated 5,000 out of his class, right?
Doctor.
Doctor.
That's right. Still doctor.
Yep.
That's right. C's get degrees. Let's just know that.
You know my
C's
doctor,
get
Dr. Vinny
degrees.
Boombots.
We'll take a moment. A former late night host is commenting on current late night hosts. We'll get into that right after this. Connors and Ferris handles workers' comp, Social Security disability, and personal injury cases. Listen, I get it. Workers' comp claims can be a real pain. But Connors and Ferris are here to fight for you and get you the compensation you deserve. Whether you threw out your back on the job, slipped when you should have gripped, or your boss thinks overtime means free labor. Spoiler, it doesn't. they've got your back at Connors and Ferris. With offices in New York City, Syracuse, Rochester, and Buffalo, they're the go-to team for getting the compensation you deserve. No gimmicks, no nonsense, just real results. Call Connors and Ferris, 262-COMP. That's 262-COMP for Connors and Ferris. Hey, friends, you've heard me gush about my soul sister, the one, the only, Sheila Tillich. She's not just a healer. She's basically the energetic ninja you didn't know you needed. If your chakras are doing the Macarena and your life feels more WTF than Namaste, listen up. August 22nd through the 24th, Sheila is hosting a life-shifting, soul-lifting, stress-evicting, 3-day IT intensive workshop. And no, not like tech support. This is IET, Integrated Energy Therapy. We're talking about standing in your magnificent life purpose. This ain't your grandma's energy healing, unless your grandma's super cool and into quantum woo. But in just 3 days, you'll learn all 3 levels of IET. Yep, beginner to advanced. Think of it as a deep energetic detox, but instead of green juice, you're activating your DNA, releasing trauma, and becoming your most empowered self. You'll learn to heal yourself and others, work with angelic energies. Yep, the good kind. Activate 5 pairs of DNA. Don't worry, no lab coats required. And practice stepping into your true power without needing to sage your entire home daily. But here's the kicker. Registration closes August 15th. Do not procrastinate like it's laundry day. Get to SheilaTillich.com today and reserve your spot. Again, that's August 22nd to the 24th. Mark your calendars, cancel your weekend plans, and prepare to level up. Come on, you deserve this. Your higher self called, and yeah, they're so ready. Let Sheila help you go from to magnificent. We all need a little healing. Some of us just need it with a side of angel wings and DNA upgrades. SheilaTillich.com.
Everyone seems a damn genius lately. TikTok talking, late night TV. There's still so much I have yet to know. Get dressed up just to go downtown in some ego-filled late night crowd. Seems to be where I feel most alone. I like to get lost on some old back road, find a shade tree and a honey hole, and talk to my grandpa again. And I see God in everything.
Do you play, do you get requests for Zach Bryan at weddings and things?
Zach Bryan?
Yeah.
Or Zach Brown?
Zach Bryan.
No.
Zach Brown's a little more upbeat. Zach Bryan.
I play
This is Zach
toes
Bryan.
and something, chicken feet or whatever that is. Cat Eye Joe.
Huh?
No.
Hey, David, what is the name of that song?
Cat Eye Joe. Zach Brown. Chicken in the water. Chicken toes. A little bit of chicken, whatever it is.
It's called Chicken Fry.
The
I love Zach Brown.
Albanian wedding I did, I had music that I had to get from YouTube because there was no way to download it. And I tell you what, I played one of the songs he requested or had on the list, and
Number 1 in Albania.
98% of people got up, and it's a circle. One's going this way, one's going the other way, just every couple steps and clapping.
Yeah.
And he said, do one now, and then like in 6 songs, do another one. And everybody got up, so I played 2 in a row. And I was going for number 3. And the bride comes over, and her gown just running over to me, comes up the table, sweat dripping all down. No more of this music. I can't. I need a break. I can't. It wasn't like playing Run DMC or Don't Stop Believing or something like that. Oh yeah. I mean, but they were really happy, and some of the timing of the songs that I had to do.
Yeah.
Was important.
What any traditions that you see? You said it was an Albanian wedding.
Yeah.
Are there traditions that we don't see here in America? Maybe anything? I don't know. I just out of curiosity.
Nothing extravagant. Indian weddings are like 3 days in a row of different dresses, things they do. In Albania, he says there's no DJs. It's all
Those are their bands?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's all out.
Yeah.
He goes, when you have a wedding, you're talking 400 or 500 people.
Really?
Yeah.
You know, well, I'm a chicken fried.
Chicken fry, that's it.
Cold
Okay.
beer on a Friday
Shows you how much I
night.
play this song.
A pair of jeans that fit
Just right all over your
And
tight
the
little
radio.
ass. Oh, wait, what?
I don't have I have a tight ass.
Not your ass.
Oh, I have no kids, so my ass is real tight. That doesn't work with guys either. I thought it just, in general, if you have no kids, nothing loosens.
That's phenomenal.
You're sagging. You got 3 kids.
Sagging. My balls are like a door knocker.
Come in.
Anyway, how about this? So I had my sons with me, and my youngest son says,
I'm sorry to interrupt. I hope you got some nice pictures of family and everything. I think that's forgotten a lot. You were talking about things that,
at the
like
funeral?
traditions. Yeah, get together. Like you saw the one. Some people are just not picture people, and they just don't even like a camera. My brother-in-laws, but I mean, I take a pictures of us obviously every week. But then did you see this one Sunday?
Oh no, I didn't. Yeah.
So
that's nice.
I'm a big picture person. When I see something right there, I'm just like, let's get together. Just put your arm around her.
We did do pictures. I think I'd let other people take them, knowing that we have shared family photo albums that online that we can all access and stuff.
Yeah.
Which I probably never do.
Yeah.
Enough. My brother and sister are fantastic. My mother has what's called an Aurora frame. It's a digital thing that you can upload photos from wherever you are. So my brother does that constantly. I have very few photos in there because I just
for your mom. Why don't you upload one of these every week?
Because I don't.
What? By the time I do it, I send it to you. Send it to her.
know,
Hi, Mom. Thinking of you.
Yeah. Okay. But I.
When? Oh, there's a.
What?
When did you talk to your mom last week? Remember, you were ducking her.
No, I was.
Did you call her that night?
I called her that night.
When did we get together? Wednesday?
Yeah,
Tuesday?
and I said to her, I'm very sorry that I can't, and I think that it made Dad's thing more final for me, and I don't want to do that right now. And then she said to me, I know. And then I did write her again, and I said, look, I avoid things. And she wrote back something to the effect.
So you didn't call her, you text her.
No, I talked to her. Okay. I did talk to her. But then I wrote her again. I just wrote her an email saying, I hope, because it was concerning to me, because my mom can be all of a sudden take on this thing of, well, what did I do? And it's not all, and here's the thing. It's hard to not say, it's all, how do I say this without sounding, I got to be careful because it's a tricky word and people take it the wrong way. Verbiage. Everybody's coming from their perspective, but I don't believe that anybody's actually able to assert anything on you in life. I don't believe that. We can say, because the idea that if you just behaved better, I would feel better is sort of shitty when you think about that. But we do it all the time. I'm in a bad mood because you did X, Y, or Z, right? But we shouldn't be that way. We shouldn't.
Well, sometimes
I understand.
fits the bill.
Sometimes it does. It seems to. But I go, well, that seems to be a very human-based way of thinking. And it's not. And I often think, like, you got to kind of stay up here and whatever's happening over there. So, but my mom can be super sensitive to those types of things and take it on very personally. And this is a weird time anyway. You got a dead guy. Always going to be weird. You know, you want to, fucked up family situation, now throw a dead body in. Now we got to really. So, well,
it's not dead body. It's your father. It only happens once.
But I understand. But my point is, like, it just makes things a little more elevated, right? Everybody's elevated. So I did write her again after I spoke to her, and I said, I hope you understand. I said, I tend to probably avoid things, and she wrote, you always have. The tough stuff. But it wasn't so much that. It's like, I always hate the term, like, oh, I need time to process. They need time to process. I needed time to process. I did. I don't like to use that term, but I needed a moment to just kind of get there without having the, oh, I'm so sorry, Billy, from my mom. I could hear it from other people. I couldn't hear from my mom, and I don't know exactly why. Oh, Berkeley Breen is calling me, and I wanted to talk to Berkeley Breen. From News 10 NBC.
Okay.
I apologize. We interrupt.
Okay, it's your show.
Berkeley? Hang on a second. Let me see if I can connect him to the roadcaster. There he is. Berkeley Breen.
Bill Moran.
Berkeley just did a live.
Long time no talk.
It has been a very long.
No talk. You only call me when you need me.
Well, that's true.
You and seven other
called
women.
a one-way street. That is a one-way street relationship right there.
I'm very sorry. I would call you to grab a beer or something, but I was told by Nikki Rudd you didn't like me anymore. No, I'm kidding.
Oh. Now that is fake news.
Yes,
is fake news.
That is fake news. Berkeley has been doing a story, the Puerto Rican Fest. My friend Doug is with me today, and the Puerto Rican Fest is coming up this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Traditionally in Rochester, after the Puerto Rican Fest, the festival itself, really nice. Yep. Everything seems to go fine. There's no issues. But it's the last day, and there have been issues. Last year, there seemed to be no issues. Apparently, the city put out a letter last year to businesses in North Clinton Avenue and told them shut down at a certain time or face penalties, including arrest. I don't know if anybody read it last year because the same letter went out this year, and now businesses are saying, whoa, what does this mean that we're going to get arrested if we don't shut down? It's one of our busiest times, and it's one of our busiest things, except that when they did shut down, I don't know. They had very few problems last year as compared to past years.
Who sent out the letter? The mayor?
The city of Rochester.
Is that the mayor?
Well, probably.
Somebody had to make the decision.
Probably, yes. And
so you shut down and make money so there's no trouble. Thank you.
Well,
or we're going to arrest you.
They're asking you, yes, they're asking you, from what I understand, Berkeley, and you correct me if I'm wrong, the idea was that most businesses are open till 6. They're asking you to close at 4. Right?
That's right. Yes, that's right. So it comes from the city. It's signed by the city's attorney, known as Corporation Counsel. It was hand-delivered by police officers to the business owners yesterday, and it is asking them to voluntarily close no later than 4 o'clock this Saturday. But if they don't voluntarily close at 4, then they are subject to arrest under the city's gun violence prevention emergency. Let me get it right here. The gun violence emergency proclamation that has been in place since 2022, and they keep renewing it every month. And so that proclamation allows the city to do things like this. Typically, they close streets, they change traffic pattern on a street. They will close a business if there's lots of violence around the business or inside of it. And last year, they sent this letter to business owners on North Clinton Avenue between Upper Falls Boulevard, which is where I'm sitting right now, and then north to Norton Street, saying, please close at 4. If you don't, then we can charge you with a misdemeanor of violating this protection order.
So what is the reaction, Ben? Because I know you had talked to the head of the business council for North Clinton Avenue?
Yeah, the Business Association. They were upset because they feel, this is them talking, that no one called me or us to sort of talk about this. There was no conversation about it. They say, you don't close the businesses along East Avenue and Main Street when the St. Patrick's Day Parade is going on, or the parties that night are going on. You don't ask the businesses to close on Park Avenue or Cornhill or Highland Avenue around Lilac Festival, but we're asking them to close this time. I think an objective look at it is there are different things happen after those festivals versus what happens historically after the Puerto Rican festival.
Wow.
So there's a distinction there, but that's why they feel that this discriminates against the businesses on North Clinton.
It does feel like a government overreach. I have to say, but since it's in the act, right? What's the name of the act again? Just so I don't get it, or the acronym.
It is called the Gun Violence Emergency Proclamation, and it's renewed every month by the city, and it's been in place since July of 2022 when murders we were just in an absolute awful place with homicide.
You're getting people less of a place to hide or that sort of thing, and if you can close down if there's some kind of violence happening. But I would say, I mean, they have had problems after the St. Patrick's Day parade. Not many, not as big as the what's historically been seen with the Puerto Rican Fest. They've even had them like fist fights on Park Avenue after different things. But I could say, and this is the thing that always worries me, is like, can you just fucking behave? Can we just behave?
They have an audience.
No, I understand.
It's
like,
still a few.
Do you get it?
Few
though?
apples are ruining it for the whole pot.
Exactly, because it's not. It's the people who put on that festival do a really nice job. Majority of the people who go to the festival aren't even part of this shit.
Get a big tent like the Midway at the State Fair, and like, look, here's all the good food and the candy apples and this, and then we're gonna have 3 or 4 guys fighting in the big tent. Pay $5. Give it to the guys. To keep the fighting away from all the innocent people. You want to kill each other? You want to have an audience? Go do it down there with a dancing bear.
It does, and I can't say, Berkeley, that I don't know if they feel like it's I don't know if the term racism or something has been brought up about that because it's the Puerto Rican Fest, but I would say I don't think that that's necessarily the case. I think historically you've had bad behavior. But the fact that now you're going to hurt businesses in your own neighborhood is really terrible. And I guess I wish they would give them a choice. Could they have a choice to say, hey, listen, if you want to close up early, we'd really appreciate it. But,
Yeah, how do you arrest people? You're paying taxes. You're
that's
employing people.
That's sort of what they're doing. And so let me see if I can. So the last sentence of this says, that is why we are asking that you partner with the city and voluntarily close your business by 4 p.m. on August 3rd. So they're asking businesses to voluntarily do it. But as I said in my stories at 4 and then 5 o'clock, just a short time ago, I said, this is sort of a Sophie's Choice here. And Bill, I think your audience is old enough to know Sophie's Choice, but they're being asked to either close early and lose money on their busiest Saturday of the summer, or stay open and face the threat of an arrest. Okay. That's a very difficult decision. But here, I will add this. In the same neighborhood, they have been, meaning the people who live in the neighborhood, who advocate for La Marqueta and all the neighborhoods off North Clinton Avenue, they have been demanding that things change to reduce the amount of violence that's been going on that street. After I think there was a murder that ultimately led to a police officer almost getting shot just in the past month. They've added extra detail. They've closed some places. So they've sort of, we're trying to take care of that and focus on this area. And so I think what the city, who did not choose to talk to me on camera today, and the police, what they find frustrating is, on the one hand, they're saying, please come and do this, make this place safer, be present, do things. And then when they start to try to do things that may be a little unconventional, then they get blowback from it.
Yeah,
that's their point of view.
I can understand what they're thinking, but at the same time, if you're trying to run a business, the whole purpose of a business is to make money. So
not get arrested.
Well, and the letter, I know you said it's written by the city attorney, but it seems contradictory. We're asking you to voluntarily close, but if you're threatening me arrest, that's not volunteer. That's not voluntary. Yeah. I mean, that would be...
it's going to be a difficult decision now for these business owners. Now, some, they would be closing an hour early. So there are places that would open till 5 o'clock. I looked at the hours on their doors.
Yeah.
Saturday they're open till 5, so now they would close an hour early. Other places might be open till 6, so now they close 2 hours early. But what I found, especially with the food service places, is that they typically stay open later on the weekend of the Puerto Rican Festival. So it's almost like their Black Friday. And could you imagine when malls were a thing and brick and mortar stores were more of a thing, if I don't know, Target or Walmart or Best Buy was asked to close early on Black Friday, they'd have a conniption.
Yeah.
So I think that on a much smaller scale, that's what we're talking about here. But I think ultimately, and I don't speak for the city, but I've spoken to them, their goal is to reduce what we have seen in the past, which is unruliness, a level of chaos, some homicides 2 years ago. I remember a child was thrown out of a car, run over by a car. That was pre-COVID. There were times, I can recall times when they would almost like police would go in like their SWAT team, and they had these loud noise-making machines and flashing lights that were designed to disperse people. That's how they used to do it. And I think they realized that, well, we're not going to arrest our way out of what they saw as a problem. And so now they're trying a different tactic.
So,
so the question is, the question we asked today is, they sent the exact same letter to these business owners last year. Same wording. They've got both of the letters. They're identical. The only thing that's changed is the date. So what is the difference between last year and this year? And the theory from the head of the business association here says this year some business owners actually read it.
Yeah.
They read the letter and they saw what the consequences were. It alarmed them. They took it seriously. They posted about it publicly, and then the business association, led by Albert Argarin, who's been here forever. I mean, he's an institution on North Clinton Avenue. He decided to have a news conference and go to bat for them.
Yeah. Well, I
mean,
the
whole catch and release, you get arrested and then they let you go. I mean, if there's not bigger penalties for this, I mean, you're fighting in public. What was it, a weekend? You raise it to 3 months, 180 days. You're caught fighting. You're going to go to jail. You think that might deter people?
It might.
Yeah.
I mean, it very well might. It just seems like nothing works. But yes, that would.
We don't have anything.
We
They're
don't.
letting people out. I mean, what crime are you getting held for? Murder? Stabbing?
Maybe.
Yeah. Seriously, you have to say maybe for that.
Oh. We lost him.
Oh.
But what I was going to ask him was, I think there was a time that Berkeley. Oh, here he is. Okay. Hey, Berkeley. I thought there was. That's okay. I thought there was a time when you were in the 10 NBC van, and I thought the 10 NBC van was getting like rocked back and forth. Was that true?
That happened to me.
That was Berkeley in the back delivering.
Don't come knocking.
No, wasn't that?
So no, thank goodness no. But I know that we have had. I think there might have been damage to one of our live trucks.
Yes,
I believe that was a long time ago. I wasn't there. I don't think for that. I know we've had photographers and some of our cars, things thrown at them. But we're talking back in more than 10 years ago.
Absolutely, yeah, you're right. Yes. I think so, 10 to 15.
But it was dicey. It was dicey.
Yeah.
Certain times, absolutely.
Well, it hopefully, like, all this attention that this is getting doesn't make people to go, oh, hey, we forgot. Fuck these guys. We're going crazy. I hope that doesn't happen, because it does feel like it could be, they had a better year, and it's a nice festival about the culture. I mean, the food is delicious. The music is so much fun. And then you've got the end of it, which is it all at Frontier or at Innovative Field?
Well, geez, I thought it was Parcel 5 now,
okay,
but
Parcel
I
5.
could be wrong on that.
No, Parcel 5 makes way more sense. That does. Yeah.
Where's that?
That's where it was last year. I think
right down in the city where they have like a big jazz stage set up sometimes.
Perfect location.
Yeah, it's a great location right in the heart of the city, and it's nice. Yep. It's very nice. Well, that's good. Well, look at Berkeley. And then you got to go back and do another live hit tonight?
Yeah, I was live at 4 or 5. I'll be live at 6. We've moved a little bit, so now we're at North Clinton and Upper Falls. So this is sort of the start of the corridor where they want businesses to close. So we're just parked right here.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you calling in and giving us some.
You want to talk about
love. Yeah,
you want to talk about the other breaking news today, the diocese?
Yeah, do the breaking news on the diocese. This is interesting in that many people who were sexually abused or assaulted, some people may even say raped, came to an agreement on a settlement, correct?
Yeah, so this is the bankruptcy case in the Rochester Catholic Diocese where there were 475 claimants. Now, that is the technical term, claimants, but what they were victims of sexual abuse by priests, mostly, and they are now survivors. And they filed a claim when the state passed the Child Victims Act, which opened up what ended up being a 2-year window where people who were victimized as a child could then sue the entity that is involved. So they couldn't sue individual priests, but they could sue the diocese, or they could sue the school district, and so on and so forth. So eventually, this case was moved out of state court into federal bankruptcy court, which is where a lot of the diocese cases around the country ended up moving to. They became bankruptcy cases, and man, it was going on for 6 years. And there was a back and forth, and a lot of the victims felt like they were getting strung along, like they were getting pulled in all kinds of different directions.
Oh, kind of like when they were back.
Yeah, right. Not dissimilar to the way they were treated as children. So eventually, though, 6 years later,
yep,
they come up with what they call the eighth plan, or the eighth settlement, I think, and it is worth $246 million, most of which is paid by insurance companies. And the victims or the survivors, the 475 survivors, have been voting on this since May. The voting concluded last week, and today in federal court, they tallied the vote, and the vote was unanimous. So the victims in this case unanimously approved this settlement, which means it's basically over. There's one more meeting to go in September, and then they'll start making payments to the victims of this $246 million.
So, and these
55. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I was going to say they're actually going to get money. Don't forget the Catholic Diocese claimed bankruptcy.
Well, I don't know if they claimed bankruptcy, but they moved the case to bankruptcy court. So there's different versions of it. I can't remember what this is.
It's like 13 and 11. Yeah, 7 or 8. Yep.
Yeah. So it's sort of a.
What are you trying to get?
I can't explain why they did it. It's just the way they did it. It was that's just the way they decided to do it. And other dioceses in the country have gone that way. So if each victim or survivor, let's call them survivors, if each survivor were to get the same amount of money, it would equal roughly $512,000 per survivor. It's not going to be like that. Some survivors will get more, some will get less. They actually score them on they rank them on a score of 0 to 100. And the higher the score you get, the more money you'll get. And we don't know all of the criteria. The court will appoint somebody.
I'm going to see you, Father Ophelia, for think about it. And look, I say this jokingly, and I've been very open, and I think Berkeley knows this. I was sexually abused as a 6-year-old guy by a babysitter. So I often feel like it's the joke, and I used to say, the only difference between me and you is I know 7 different ways to get out of a speeding ticket. You don't, which is so dumb, right? Terrible. But it is horrible, and some people probably went through maybe more years of it. Those types of things, and probably do. So
more severe. But there's other things like were they actively involved in the bankruptcy case? Are they actively counseling and helping other survivors? So there's things like that raise their score. But suffice to say, it is almost over after 6 years. And when I mean almost, I mean one meeting away from being over, and then whoever the court appoints to figure out who gets what. I think the money will start going out probably around Christmas.
Wow.
And then
some people having a big Christmas, baby.
No Jewish people?
And then
Catholic
I
church.
Oh, I'm just asking. Nobody ever converts anymore?
Then I think the diocese will get a new bishop. Bishop Matano, you have to submit your retirement papers when you turn 75, and he did that 3 years ago. And my hunch is, and it's more of a hunch, it's talking to people in the diocese, but that the Pope Francis probably did not accept his retirement letter until this was done. And so now
that is done.
I wouldn't be surprised if Pope Leo accepts Bishop Matano's retirement letter, and then they get a new bishop into the Diocese of Rochester with a clean slate, so to speak, at least this bankruptcy not hanging over the diocese. And then they figure out what to do.
Yeah, very interesting and sad, but hopefully
that would be my hunch.
Yeah, hopefully this is something that you feel recognized, if nothing else, and somebody's gonna have a nice Christmas. Do you know what I had to do to provide this Christmas for you?
Oh, God. I don't think the money will take away the memories for anybody.
No, it's not.
So,
It's not at all. But
some people are like, look at the money they're getting. You don't know what they went through.
You don't know what they went through.
Oh, we lost him again?
Yeah, he hung up on us.
Okay.
Yeah, I kept adding my joke. Oh, wait, here he is. Hang on. All right. Berkeley, we'll let you get back to whatever, but thank you so much. It was great. Thank you for coming on and giving us the update on the things happening in the North Clinton area before the Puerto Rican Fest and the latest breaking news with the Catholic diocese, the Rochester Catholic Diocese.
Good to talk to you again, Bill.
Nice talking to you too, Berkeley. Let's find a time to grab a beer.
We'll do it.
All right.
Absolutely.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
There he goes, Berkeley Breen.
Grab a beer at my golf tournament.
We once
put it on the news.
Oh, he could. We once so I used to call him Balls Breen because he would go and knock on doors, and there was some kind of weird case, and I'm like, man, I wouldn't knock it. He knocked on the door. The guy opened, and he went in and interviewed him. I forget what the case was, so I nicknamed him Balls Breen. So then one day we had really shitty weather here. I'm on the radio doing a morning show, and we're watching, and they have people stationed, like the News 10 NBC had people stationed at different points. So he was on the Irondequoit side of the 104 bridge. Okay. So I said, anybody going from Webster to Irondequoit, I go, Berkeley's going live. You roll down your windows and you scream Balls Breed as loud as you fucking can. So sure enough, we're watching, and then you see Berkeley's head snap because it's live, but you can't hear. And I burst out laughing. And Berkeley said, somebody screamed, Balls Breed! And he is a devout Catholic. Yeah. He's a very, 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 and he would say when he would go into mass, guys would be like, hey, balls! It was kind of funny. All right. Well, just some breaking news. I don't know how I feel about that with the port. I hate seeing the government overreach scares me a little bit. I don't like that. It becomes a slippery slope in my mind.
You're going to arrest people if they don't close early. That's just against every...
Well, I bet you they don't. I bet the cops go, this is not the paperwork I want to be doing. Right. Not the paperwork I want to be doing. All right. We'll take a moment. Dougie Fresh.
In the house, baby. Hit Shaky Money Making Time.
Saving ladies that fall.
Yes. Have pickle vodka.
That's right, pickle vodka. Got some questions for Doug. We'll get to that right after this. Have you been to Leo's Bakery and Deli in East Rochester recently? Oh, you got to get there. They're open every day, so it's very convenient. It'll satisfy your sweet tooth, your sandwich cravings. Get the Cubano. Tell them Billified said to have the Cubano sandwich. Fresh baked bread, handcrafted pastries, deli favorites, and desserts like cannolis that'll make you rethink your self-control. It's all waiting for you. So, what's the best thing about Leo's? Everything. Check them out at Dispatch Drive in East Rochester because every day is a good day for Leo's because the best thing about Leo's is everything. It's the Make This Summer event at Victor Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram right off Route 96 in Victor. And the deals? They're as hot as a car's leather seats in July. Want to level up your summer swagger? Well, cruise into the season in the brand new 2025 Dodge Charger Daytona RT. This beast is built for boldness. And get this, lease it for just $199 a month for 24 months. Yup. Not a typo. This car is so fun to drive with just $3,500 down, first payment, taxes, DMV fees at signing. Conquest lease required, 7,500 miles per year. Details and exclusions apply. Offer ends July 31st, which means if you snooze, you lose. Or maybe you're all about that comfort meets adventure vibe. Check out the 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo 4x4. Roomy, rugged, and ridiculously good looking. Just $279 per month for 24 months. Perfect for stuffing it with friends, beach gear, snacks, and just a little emotional baggage. I mean, come on, we all have it. So whether you're tearing up the pavement in a Charger or heading off grid in a Grand Cherokee, Victor Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram has your dream ride right on Route 96 in Victor or online at victorcdjr.com.
Yeah. Pouring rain. Skid Row, right?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Must have gotten a fight with Sebastian Bach once.
He did?
Yeah.
He would have kicked his ass.
I don't think so. I was working for a rock station, WPDH in Poughkeepsie, and they had the morning show producer DJ'd at this club, and so they started this satellite radio, Z93, which I think I ended up when I was at iHeart. I was doing mornings on that station for a while, like because I would fill in for guys around the country, and I filled in for Z93. I know I did, and but Sebastian comes to town, and he's like with the owner of the company, and they bring him to get like in our face and agitated and stuff. And I forget what happened, and there was something where there was some shoving between me and Sebastian.
Yeah.
I always loved to talk to him about that because. You know, I mean, girls were going crazy. He's a very pretty guy, and I forget what happened, but he did something to to the guy who was being a DJ. Tried to grab the mic, and I think I went and grabbed the back, and he pushed me, so I shoved him, and then somebody jumped in the middle. But yeah, that's sort of how it went. If I recall, sometimes I always worry: is my memory make it better than it actually was? Is it, you know what I mean? Because I couldn't believe afterwards. People were like, "What were you doing?" And I'm like, "I don't know. I've been on a couple fights. I'm fine." You know, it's just what happens.
Just what happens.
Yeah, you know.
Things escalate.
Things escalate, and that's it. I had some questions for Dougie Fresh. I did want to touch on the Jay Leno just real quick. Jay Leno, I can't tell if this is... He's got a point. He's got a point. The world changes. He says that... what are you doing?
I'm waving to the camera.
Oh.
Hi. Just being nice to people.
Okay, thank you.
What the fuck?
A lot of people are very, very upset about this Stephen Colbert thing.
Who's upset? I'm not. I'm glad he's off.
Well,
fuck him.
Yeah, but here's the thing: is like anybody who wasn't.
I'm getting paid $30 million a year. My whole half-an-hour monologue is putting down the president of the United States.
But hang on a second. That's what free speech gives you the right to do.
Absolutely.
And most of the people who didn't agree with him didn't watch him anyway. Do you understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, to me, it's like I can't see that. The other part of that is even if I don't agree with him, I don't want to see free speech go away. However, I want to draw an analogy here, and I think this is important. Yes, that company was trying to make a major deal. I like to think this is not a political thing. I think late night has been losing money, and I'd like to believe CBS. However, they've probably been losing money before, so why is this a big deal at this moment? It could be that the president says, hey, man, I got the final stamp on this, and you better get that guy to shut up. It could be. It would be bad, but don't tell me that hasn't happened in the past. I can tell you just in entertainment, there are people who want to protect themselves. When it becomes the president of the United States, we get a little worried because it becomes like a dictatorship, and then what happens to free speech? I'm not saying that's the case here, but I think that there are people you could try to connect the dots that way. Howard Stern, one of the biggest radio personalities to ever sit behind a microphone. Opie and Anthony. I know Opie a little bit, And they were in Worcester, Massachusetts, starting to really put a foothold on the Boston market as well. The mayor of Boston went on vacation to Florida or something like that. They came on as an April Fool's joke and said the mayor's plane went down. Nobody, I forget when this was, had to be like 1998, 99. There wasn't the ability to check
Right.
as quickly as there is now, which still isn't probably happening in certain instances. And there were flowers sent to the mayor's wife. There were news reports that the mayor has reported there is a rumor the mayor's going to blah, blah. It became a huge deal. They were owned, at the time they were on a station owned by the CBS, and they wound up getting fired from Worcester to only get hired by CBS in New York City. Makes no fucking sense. Mm-hmm. They wanted Opie and Anthony to be on the same station in New York City, K-Rock, as Howard Stern. So it would be Howard in the morning, O&A in the afternoon. Howard wouldn't allow it. Howard went crazy. And so they wound up at WNEW, which was an album-oriented rock station, very old station.
Did Howard ever give a reason why?
Yeah. He didn't want them fucking around. I'll tell you even more stuff. Okay. He didn't want to be on the same station as them. They weren't coming into his house. They weren't coming on his stick. Right. And Malcolm, and he had that kind of power. He's making that kind of money. Mm-hmm. So, and I'm only drawing a parallel here to show you, like, people with egos who have built something want to protect it. Could the president of the United States go, shut that fucking guy up or I'm not approving this deal? It's very possible, or I won't let the FCC. Is it possible? Sure. Does that mean that their free speech is gone? I don't know. And that's why I'm drawing this analogy. Howard was able to control something because he had something he wanted to protect. You're the president of the United States. You don't want somebody just on a network yelling about you constantly. If you've got a little bit of way of shutting it down, maybe
Jimmy
you do.
Kimmel does the same thing.
Of course.
But I think he's a little more popular than
Colbert.
I don't think Colbert's funny.
Well, there's many people, obviously, who didn't.
Right.
So that's where I tend to go. I think this is more of a money thing. But Howard had so much power that there was an incident involving one of Howard's daughters. I will not get into too much detail on it. She ended up in the hospital. And a police officer who was there to guard the room or guard wherever called into O&A because they had a beef with Howard. When they showed up in New York, Howard had a show that he was working on called Son of a Beach. It was on FX. And he was there for the press conference and all, and O&A were in the audience. And he refused to come out until they were escorted out. And the reason was, and they said they were just there because they were
See,
Howard.
I think that's being hypocritical. I mean, you got...
Well, there you go.
You got on the air,
Yes.
so you're a shock jock,
Yes,
and I can't have anybody else
but
do it.
you needed to protect your space, and you had the power to do it.
Was
That's
he
what
one
I'm
of the
trying
guys
to
that said if you don't get the COVID shot, you should be just killed?
He may have. I don't know.
There was a couple...
He may have.
What do you got, the dick thing?
Yeah, I've just been playing with it all day.
Okay.
So he wouldn't come out for the press conference until they were escorted out because he didn't want what he did to people with Stuttering John at press conferences to be done to him. And then...
well, that's not freedom of speech.
No, and then... Well, but again, that's why I'm drawing the parallel. We could say somebody with
What's
an
the
ego
thing
trying to
again
protect...
about the president?
The president needs to...
Sorry, I don't know the news. I've been very busy.
In order for this deal, this Skyline or whoever is buying the Paramount deal, it has to be approved by the FCC, which is a government agency. Okay?
Okay.
So that's why people go, well, maybe this is why... Because it's weird. But I'm saying if it's not a financial issue, why are you letting him stay till his contract ends in May? That makes no sense. He's going to continue to rail against things. Right. So why?
And if they fire him, if he's that popular, he'll go to another station. Conan Bryan, perfect example. So he went from TBS to the Tonight Show, where nobody liked him, the ratings dropped, and he goes somewhere else. So now he's on TBS. One of the two.
Yeah. Well, it was part of it was because Jay Leno started a show at 10, doing pretty much the Tonight Show that he had done. It ate into the...
I just think his ratings were terrible off the bat.
They weren't...
I watched the first show. Will Ferrell was on. It wasn't funny.
Yeah, I don't think... I think it was more that Jay kind of fucked that up. That was that's the thing. Anyway, so the
something else will come along. But be another late night host.
Howard got that show when the cop called in. Mel Karmazin, they cut the show. They without any warning, they were off the air. They went to a best of. They were called the control booth and go, "You're out." So I'm just saying that is there control from people with big egos? Yep.
Yep.
Is this the case? I don't think it is. I don't think we can. Although, boy, you can connect the dots if you want to. That's all. But Jay Leno is saying that things there are no bipartisanship. You know what I mean? He goes, look, I used to do a joke and I would get somebody going, tell you and your, he goes, same joke. Well, somebody writes me saying, you and your Democratic friends can all laugh about this, fuck them. And somebody goes, you and your Republican friends about the same joke. That's what he's saying. Look, well, Jay Leno beat the piss out of Bill Clinton over the Monica Lewinsky thing for years. So I don't know, but that seemed to be more of a dick joke down the line. Everybody laughed.
A joke, I mean, it seems what Colbert does is pure hate.
I haven't watched, so I can't comment. I don't know.
That's where I'm saying freedom of speech. We're going to have freedom of speech. We're not going to be. But of course, they're closing business. All of a sudden, Rochester's closing businesses, so they don't have.
I'm going to tell you this.
And that's in a Democratic state, so.
Freedom of speech.
And Johnny Carson said this, and I'm sorry, in an interview with 60 Minutes. And I'm like, why don't you pick a side? And he goes, that's not my job. I'm an entertainer. Right. And I'm on the air every night. And once you go down that road, you're on a slippery road.
Yeah. So here's what I was going to say before you just cut me off, and I lost my train of thought. Thanks a lot, Doug.
Well, you're playing with your dick laser.
Yeah, no.
It'll come back to you.
Yeah.
Viagra pills. Should take your eye out.
Bing. You can't say freedom of speech is a very weird thing to say when it comes to dollars. And I'll say this, like, you could lose your job if you upset advertisers for something that was said, and the company may go, you got to go. We can't, right? We're losing money. We're losing
freedom of speech.
But that's not freedom of speech because it's endorsed. Freedom of speech is basically then get on a podcast and say whatever the fuck you want to say, or stand on the corner with something as long as you're not yelling
paparazzi.
Yes,
right.
100%. They can take
freedom
pictures.
Of speech.
Yes.
Well, they didn't have cameras back when they were signing the Declaration of Independence.
No, but there is stuff. But we have to remember.
I would love to get all those guys that signed the Declaration of Independence and him just live in America for a year, watch TV, and boy, we should have. We kind of,
Well. You still got. I mean, I think this is still the greatest country in the world.
Yes, absolutely.
You come here, you have an opportunity.
We could go out, find a cannon, get it working, and have our second, freedom to bear arms.
Well, yes.
If you have a neighbor, I'm going to fill up the cannon. He's got his right to speech. He calls me a cocksucker every day. Yeah, we're going to see when an immovable object.
I'm not saying, look, I like to live in a world where I don't care what you do as long as it doesn't hurt other people, especially the ones I love and care about, then I don't care. But that's kind of the world I'd love to live in.
For that, I really do.
Yeah,
you
might be right. I don't know.
You know what? Here you go. Let's televise it. Let's start. You legalize drugs for tax money.
Yeah.
You have boxing. You have the octagon, MMA. You got two guys that want to fight on the street. Put them in that stadium on Broad Street. Televise it.
I would love
pay-per-view. $10, $5.
Yeah. Yeah. That would be an interesting way to make
keep
revenue.
The innocent people out of it.
Could you imagine if
Yes, I do. I came up with it.
Oh, God, they would go fucking crazy that you're, endorsing the violence and stuff.
I'm not endorsing violence.
Well, no, but that's
two people.
But believe me,
I'm hiding
this is
the
how
innocence.
it would be.
It's my freedom of speech.
Yeah, but then profiting off of it.
Assholes are like opinions. Everybody has one.
Yes. Well, opinions are great. I think opinions are great. I think here's what we have to learn to do. We have to learn to tolerate other opinions, and we don't now because I think social media has helped us find our tribe, and this is where I think our narcissism shows that we'll only agree. Like I used to say, and I've said this for a long, long time. Couldn't say it on the radio because it was coarse language, but I tried to soften it, but I can't. It was, you're not wrong. You're dead fucking wrong. And there's a difference to that, to me. Well, do you understand what I'm
I
saying?
do, buddy.
And I don't mean it like that. Hey, you don't have to agree with me, but why do we all of a sudden have to have this hatred? Look, at my father's funeral, many times you'll go to a funeral, and my dad did want a church service. And you will hear someone stand up from the church to speak on behalf of the person in the box. And you can tell they don't really know him. For the brief period that my dad interacted with this guy, he knew him. He listened to him. My father went up to him after he did a sermon on the Sunday after Easter, and it was about doubting Thomas and whatever. And my father came up to him and says, I disagree with your sermon, and here's why. And he said it was an interesting conversation. I was very open to listening to it. But how many people, if we take that kind of criticism now, and my dad could be very, like, I think that's part of the reason, like, you could kind of roll with shit because you got a lot of tumbling around at home, right? What's wrong with you? But I think most people can't handle that shit today, Doug. I really don't.
Not.
I don't think they can handle it. And I go, that's where it becomes like you're dead fucking wrong. How dare you say disrespect me? Who's disrespecting you? You came up with a fucking opinion, which by definition is halfway between fact and fiction. Are there some opinions with a little more fact? Yes. But that would be my simple answer.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. You get me going.
I said nothing.
Yes, you did. You got me all wound up.
Well,
let me ask you something.
Ask me something.
You just turned 55.
I did.
Do you think that makes you a better stand-up today? I think it does, but I want to hear you.
Stand-up comic?
Yeah. Yeah.
Boy.
Only because I think you care less if it doesn't go as well. Does it still affect, like, if it didn't go well, let's say you went out, one night, you fucking kill. The next night, same jokes, different audience. The vibe is different. The words aren't landing as much. It happens. It just happens. But honestly, I wonder if at 55...
I don't think I've done enough comedy shows for that repetitively to feel that.
Right. Because
honestly, with my stuff, it does get laughter. And if
I'm not trying to...
smaller crowds,
yeah.
It might seem like a bomb where it's instead of 300, it's only 30.
Right. But I'm just wondering if, for you, does it feel like there's less of a, I don't care as much, I just love doing it?
It all depends.
Yeah, it does.
And whether my father's in the front row or not.
Well, he's a big supporter.
Yes.
Yeah. Hey, did I ever tell you the one about...
I've only done one show this year.
Doug said to me, are you going to send my dad a card on Valentine's Day? Or on Valentine's
Day. Both, probably with you guys.
Father's Day.
Father's Day.
And I said, I'm not only going to send him, I'm sending a singing telegram.
Yes.
Showed up. A strippogram.
I'm so happy. A stripper dressed up as Elvis.
Oh, my God.
Yes.
A hunk of burning.
Hi, are you David? I got double D's from Memphis. Do you want to go to Graceland?
Hubba. He wants to go to bingo tomorrow. Why don't you take my father to bingo?
I got stuff going on.
This is riveting. This is action.
I got stuff.
Take the podcast
see what we're
down
doing?
the road.
I am not taking the podcast to a fucking bingo. Actually,
69. Bill, how many are you down to? What, Dad? I need 4 numbers. I'll take you out for an ice cream afterwards. He's on the edge of his seat right now. The 3 of us could go to bingo.
I don't have time for bingo tomorrow.
Is your dad? Come on. We'll
he hasn't adopted me.
Well, he's trust me. Come tomorrow at 9 a.m. He's calling his lawyer for the paperwork. We're all gonna wear an Elvis suit.
Yeah, that would actually be really fucking funny. What a funny video that would be.
Going to bingo.
If we all walked in, as we all walked in as Elvis. And then every time we go, a bingo.
Oh, man, I hope I get this crazy letter T. You know what I'm saying? The pussy in a bingo hall, get the fuck out of here. It's crazy.
Oh,
if we dressed up as Elvis.
It's like rotted fruit in your crisper.
It's like shooting fish in a barrel, buddy.
You think so?
Oh, my gosh. Those old ladies.
Yeah.
They got the gnomes, the Elvis gnomes, to give them luck.
Oh, do they?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm here to... What if you started rubbing her shoulders?
What do you... Shoulders for you, man. What do you... What's going on, baby? When's the last time you won a bingo?
1967. Full board. 072 was my lucky number. Could be your lucky night tonight.
Oh, you know what I'm saying? I'm
going to give you an 072.
Take those teeth out and let's have a... let's have a big old denture adventure, baby. Oh, man.
Dougie Fresh.
In the house.
Any other fun things? I know August 25th, big date for you.
Yes. This is
the
my
golf tournament.
sixth.
But it's sold out.
It
right?
is.
Which
yes.
is a congratulations.
Thank
That's
you.
amazing.
Now from here to then is calling and confirming. There is a company. I actually Ubered a guy to the company, send them paperwork. Can we get a team in? I'm like, if you're going to sponsor, and I think they're going to be a big sponsor, I will save a spot for you. But I haven't heard from them in 3 weeks. So now I still have a couple more teams that want to get in. So from now till next couple weeks, it's double checking everybody's teams. Are you in or out?
Yeah.
Pay the money.
Okay.
Put the raffle prizes together. Bag for everyone. Get my helpers list, which I already have set up. What we're doing when we get there at 8:30, you do this, we do this, we do that. 9:30, we're ready to go.
Oh, you're like a general, man.
Oh, yeah.
Running it.
Yep.
People hate you at the end of it.
I apologize. That's the first thing I do when I get out of the car. I just want to apologize to everybody in case I get a little crazy today.
Wow.
There's a couple people that do make me crazy.
Yeah.
Not my dad. He makes me crazy all the time. But
Yeah. Well, that's all right.
I don't know how we're going to split this will up with my sisters. But
I'm not kidding. No, Will. Just kidding. Well, I'd like to come around, though. Overall.
Yes,
Once in a
absolutely.
while. I like David.
yeah, I know you do. I know. He knows it.
I think we do this is a little tribute to Elvis. This song.
Maybe,
right? Tennessee Blaze.
if you want, you can have him take you trick-or-treating. Can I go to this house, Dad?
To Elvis's.
Yeah, let's Mrs. Wilson go up there, Bill. It's all right. It's my son! Douglas, you grown!
How old are you?
55.
I'm pretending. Not you.
No, okay.
Let's say when I came to the door. Happy belated. Oh, shit. I forgot the thing I have for you for your birthday. God damn it.
What is it?
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
It's a bottle of peanut butter vodka or something. Pickled vodka. No.
Pickle vodka.
Yeah. No, I did forget something.
Okay.
I apologize for that.
Okay.
It's been a little bit crazy in my life lately. For Dougie Phelps, I'm Bill Moran. See you tomorrow.
Mississippi like an